Hi guys, how you doing? And welcome back to another video where we look at these fantastic minis by Forge World. And I've got to say, I'm really excited about these. Now I've had these sitting in my Forge World bucket for a good number of months, and I bought 9. They come in bags of 3, and now you can buy them in bags of 9. Well, there you go, just from those things, and it's probably a little bit cheaper, but who cares? I got them, they're here, I'm happy, I'm a happy man. So let's move on from that. So obviously we're looking at the Thallax, and you may have seen this on Chuffy, his video, and you may have seen these on Moggy's videos as well. And I've got to say, these are beautiful models. Not only was I surprised that they're actually quite huge to look at, that they are also really highly detailed. Now, and also, the other side of it is they're based, when I spoke to Will Hayes, they're based on an original Mini done by GW, and there's assets from it that you can see represented within this model. I don't have the model to hand. I did, but I left it in the office, which is a pain in the backside. But anyway, hey ho, let's check these models out because these are gorgeous. Now, I've got to say I've had a lot of fun playing around with this. Now, I've gone for the red, because obviously the Mechanicus, lots and lots of red in the Mechanicus, and also you can also see a Mechanicus symbol, if I can get this to focus, on the shoulder pad. Now, for all of those that are going to ask, where did I get that transfer from, or that decal? Well, if you go to the Iron Hands Forge World transfer sheet, they're all on there, and it's fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And that was told to me by Mark Bedford. So I've got to thank him for that. When I said to him, where the hell did you get that from? He said, go check out this sheet. Now, what have I used? Well, I've used Minotaur, their beautiful ruby red, or I should say, sorry, it's nebula red, and it's an absolutely gorgeous paint. Now, you know I'm a huge fan of that because I've been using it quite a lot. I've used GW for the metal parts, Lead Belcher, for the yellow shoulder pad, which you can see there. Now you're going to say, why have you done a yellow shoulder pad on these guys? Well, it represents that they are attached to the Imperial Fist Legion. So obviously when the legions went out to war, they would go on different crusades and stuff like that, and you would have a number of different factions attached to that crusade. So I've done this as they are attached to the Imperial Fist, which is quite adept considering that I've got an Imperial Fist army. Okay, so enough waddling on. So let's just spin this mini round. Now, I've used AK Interactive's engine oil just to bring out the old oily effects on certain parts of the body and the machinery, just to make it look a little bit different. Now, I love this, the whole concept behind these guys, that inside there, this bit here, the head, is a brain, and the rest of it is all machine. And they've taken out the sensors like sight, hearing and stuff like that, so it didn't disrupt the machine's sensors and stuff that are connected to these guys. Now, just to give you an idea of how big these guys are, I'm going to put this up to a regular Space Marine. I happen to have an Imperial Fist that I'm working on at the moment, so if I just, let me just ding that around. There you go. It literally stands head and shoulders above it. Well, I should say waist above a standard Marine. These are massive, absolutely massive. Really, really impressed. Now, it's the red's been subdued a bit by the acrylic varnish that I've used. It's humble. It tends to mute the colours back, but I just go around and highlight here and there just to make it look a little bit better. With a little bit of reposing, as you can see here, by heating up the resin with either hot water or a hairdryer, you can repose it. And what I've done here is given myself like a unit commanding officer, for example, like a hero type character. He has a black shoulder pad, as we can see there, that focuses in, and you can still see the Mechanicus symbol just in there. These again, heavily weathered, damaged, because that's just the way I like my things, and there's enough detail in it and enough colour that's been brought back through highlighting just to make it that little bit more different to everybody else's. And I do like it, and I've got to say I would quite easily and quite happily buy another unit of these guys because they are gorgeous. Now this will be adding to my Mechanicus army that I've been building in the past. So somebody asked, am I going to be rejuvenating it and bringing it back? Yes, I am. With all the new models that are coming out, it's actually going to be quite nice to see. So what I'll probably do is have an allied attachment to my Imperial Fists, which will be Mechanicus, and I've got to say I really love these, absolutely beautiful. Just to give you an idea, here we have a Forge World Titan Tech Priest, and then if you put that up against it, that's quite a fair old size. There you go. It's quite a big old fella, and I kind of like the fact that these guys do dwarf their adepts, which is quite cool. Now there's going to be loads of stuff coming out for these guys, so I'm equally excited about seeing it all. The black shiny helmet mask, which is really nice, which is basically once I've varnished it all and it's all in place, I go back over, I paint the black, then once the black's settled I use Minotaur's gloss coat just to bring it out. And the nice thing about this is, because I've just done one layer, you could do a few layers, but the nice thing about it is it's the light that's creating that beautiful effect. I've not had to do any paint effects for that, so the gloss is just capturing all the light sources in the room and it's reflecting it back, which is really nice. So it's a natural effect, so I've not had to paint it. Brilliant, really happy about that. And it's a nice contrast to it as well. So again, as you can see, just a bit of reposing, you can do all sorts of things. I did have some trouble with some super glue on this model, where I used activator and it spread like mad, as you can see there in the joints. But hey, you know what, things happen, they're my models, I'm happy. If it was for someone else, I'd be very, very angry with myself at the moment. But yeah, they've all come out quite nicely, so I'm looking forward to doing more and more Mechanicus stuff as it's released. I will be going to Games Day this year, so I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys there. Come over and say hello, and I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, be good, and have fun. Take care.